It's that time again, Harley. It's that time again, Harley. Come on, Smoke Buddy, what we doing? Atta girl. YouTube, it's your boy Kibaloo coming at you again with this little ditty. Nice little Perfecto. It's Light Instructor Perfecto cigar. So put some fire to it, put a snip to it, have an opinion about it. You know how we do. Till then, peep the intro. What's happening, family? It's your boy McKeeb again, coming back at you again for another intriguing cigar opinion about another little ditty that I came across. This is going to be the La Instructora. My Spanish is horrible. Perfection. That's what it's called. It's a Perfecto 5x56. As you can see, nice little color, nice little cocoa wrapper. Nice little pack. I already gave a straight cut on the Perfecto. Draws pretty good. This particular one came from a cigar club I'm a member of. Not gonna give no shouts out of that because I ain't trying to get all that drama that comes with giving people shouts out. So gonna put a little soft flame in play. Give it a little heat. As I said told y'all before, is that I kind of got into the whole concept of the soft flame idea, because when I do these opinions, I enjoy the slow pace it puts me in, especially after a taxing day. And it's evening hours today here in Central Texas, full moon out, my work phone. Has not stopped at all. So I'm going to enjoy a nice, refreshing cigar. Earth, tobacco, pretty prevalent with the cocoa off the front end with that. This particular thing was actually, the price point on this is listed at $17.99, roughly about 18 bucks. It's a Ecuadorian Habano Rosado wrapper, Dominican Cirillo binder with a Dominican Republic filler. Right off the bat, again, I'm getting that coffee, good Lord, I need a break. Getting a little bit of coffee and that cocoa that's coming in through that. Tobacco's kind of present. Actually, tobacco's pretty jumping out at there with that coffee now I think about it. Good finish that lingers on. Very, very good start to it. So, got a good start. Real good smoke output. I'm gonna see what story she got to tell. Turn up my jazz, or my music with no words, I like to say. Sit back and see what this La Instructora Perfection has to say. Y'all hold it down, be easy. We back, YouTube. Your boy Kibaloo coming at you again. As I was getting into the beginning story of what this La Instructora Perfection Invicto started telling me, I noticed the band. If you notice, it's funky, right? Kind of hard to read. And I don't know if that's a style, because again, this is a new cigar to me. But it was kind of dope. Just kind of like mixed in with that red sheen of that milk chocolate brown wrapper that it had. Still got a good smoke output. Leather still coming on pretty strong. The retro hail brings me a little bit of, not red, kind of like white pepper or some of the spices, you know, some cooking spices. I equate this to I like to get my time on the grill, right? I equate this as like some of those spices you put on some some of your briskets or your ribs or something like that. You know, grilling meat type spices. It's like a mixture of different allspices that mix in with that leather taste. I'm not generally a leather cat, but the subtleness of how this mixes in with those spices right off the front is kind of jazzy. I'm kind of digging that. Yeah. The retrohale, it's not across the head at all, but you do get a little bit of that white pepper. It doesn't like burn the nasal cavities, but it talks to you, you know. And again, those spices with that leather is still coming in on the front end. So I just wanted to share that with you. Still got a decent burn line, which I'm really excited about. Perfectos are weird with me. I never know what I'm gonna get. And again, usually if I do a V cut, I kind of cut it at an angle. This time I went with a straight cut just because I'm rowdy like that today. Leather. Some of that coffee, and that cocoa is still coming in with those grilling spices. I'm gonna call them grilling spices. That's my new opinion word. Not all spices, but that's a Kibaloo word. Grilling spices. It's a full moon tonight. It's a clear night. It's Thursday night with no football, so found me some time once I put that damn phone down. The finish lingers around longer than I expected with a Perfecto, and with those two flavors coming in. Like I said, that leather, that grilling spice. Leather's real prevalent on the retrohale with that spice. So she's got more to say. We'll figure out what it is. What's up, YouTube? Boy Kibaloo back. Still going at it with this La Instrucción Perfection cigar. Still got a nice little tight burn line. Ash is stacking dimes. No real issues I can tell. The grilling spice is kicked up a little bit. The leather's kind of died down to bring on a little bit of that cocoa that's mixed in with it. So that has created almost like a creamy texture to the mouthfeel. I know that sounds weird, but the way this is mixing in with that Habano, Ecuadorian Habano, it's really kind of good. I was expecting more spice being in a Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, but that's not really hit me like I thought it would, especially with a Dominican Cirillo binder. It's a really good finish to it. I'm enjoying the mouthfeel of the smoke. It's a good draw. Spice just complements that cocoa what I got. And it's almost, like I said, getting into that creamy, and cocoa's dying off, and I'm actually getting a little bit of almost chocolate taste to it. So that's been pretty good with me. And again, nice red hue to that, that reddish brown hue to that wrapper. Really digging the funkiness of that band too, man. I mean, you can't even really see the wording on it, but just like the abstractness of it is kind of cool. Again, holding on pretty good. It's almost like with those grilling spices, brings it like almost like a hearty or a savory type flavor to it. It really sits back on the back of my tongue, which is good. I'm glad I'm able to distinguish those little nuances of flavors after coming over with the vid. But this is really not a bad stick for, you know, my first time experiencing it. Oh. Again, pairing this with some nice sparkling water keeps my palate nice and clean. This weekend will not be my problem. I'll be mixing this with some brown and seeing what type of story cigars and brown tell then. So I'm gonna smoke it down. I'll get back with y'all. We're back, family. Still smoking this La Instrucción Perfection. I'm just gonna call it what it is. A La Instrucción Perfecto. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna brutalize the name of the cigar anymore. That Retro Hill I just got had a little bit more of that pepper, white pepper spice that came in. It's a little more pungent getting into the second third of this particular cigar. Construction has been top notch. I just dropped off a little good piece of ash at this point. The grilling spices kind of dipped down a little bit, and now I'm getting some creamy, or I'm not even creamy, but milk chocolate or chocolatey smoothness is coming along with the spice. The leather's died down, with the exception of that last little bit of that Retro Hill going into this second third. Spice has been really pretty much manageable. It's not been knocking me across the head. Definitely wouldn't say it's red pepper spice. I would say it's more like that white pepper spice to it. You know, just kind of like a little bit of what you use to kind of give a little kick to your food when you add to it. It's complementing that chocolate pretty well. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that last one. That was about the most of the red pepper I've gotten throughout up to this point in that cigar. It was a mixture of that spice and that leather. And like I said, the grilling spices died down. White spice picked up a little bit, which is a nice little compliment to the chocolatey notes that I'm getting off this particular cigar. And again, the construction's been well. The finish has been, it lingers in the mouth and through my palate. It's an enjoyable cigar. Again, the price point on this was $17.99 through a subscription group that I'm a member of, which brings out some bangers from time to time. And this is a new cigar to me. Everything about this cigar is completely new. I did my Google just to kind of check the history of the particular cigar so I can try to find a way to pronounce the name, but that's about all I can really get on it. I'm sure there's more stuff out there, but I'm trying to just enjoying the story she's telling me more than trying to, you know, do too much deep diving on it. Chocolate and that white pepper is pretty good. Again, that spice is just a compliment to that milk chocolate taste that I get on it. A hint of sweetness is really kind of kicking in there too with that chocolate too. Not syrupy, anything like that. Just a pop of it, you know. And the aroma that's coming off this cigar is noticeable too. I mean, you definitely get that barnyard, leathery type aroma that comes off. And I know that kind of sounds off-putting, but it's not. It really complements the flavor and the aroma. Gives that complete package of a smoking experience of what you want to kind of, you know, pay attention to when you're smoking. Yeah, that's really enjoyable on the palate. Really good. So I'm gonna smoke it on down to the label, get down to the final third, and see what it tells me. Y'all hold it down. What's up, YouTube? Back again. Finishing up the second third of the cigar, dipping slightly into the final third of the cigar. Haven't been too many notes that's changing onto it. Got through the the middle part of the bigger part of the cigar. Pepper didn't really increase much on it. A little bit of a mineral note kind of kept in, but the chocolate died down. Spice stayed prevalent, but then I started getting a woodsy type note to it. Anytime I get wood, I usually get one or two things. I either get smoke or I get some cedar. Every once in a while, a cigar will give me a little bit of mesquite, that little mesquite sweetness to it. This one didn't do that. This is more like more of your oaky, woodsy notes. It's very deep in the woodsiness, the wood taste of it, and it's very prevalent. finish is smooth, creamy, lingers on throughout the draw, as the smoke is in my mouth. It's not a bad cigar. I like cigars that tell me more stories than this one has, but this one was very good in the story it told. It was very consistent with, you know, that chocolate, that grilling spice, leather coming in, and that white spice kicked in there, and it died down, and then all of a sudden that wood comes into mixed in with the spice on the end. Good cigar. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you know, cigars have those transitions, and this one just kind of had those transitions that went from low to high on the same level. The wood is a nice tape as it finished, mixed in with that spice, but I kind of enjoyed that chocolatey note that I was getting. I was hoping that would stay throughout the cigar, and that's pretty much gone now. As you can see, a good amount of smoke, which I enjoy. The experience of a cigar, actually seeing the smoke with a good draw that comes out, fills up your mouth, creates that lingering finish on your cigar. I enjoyed that. Overall, it's been a very decent cigar. As I get into the new year, this is actually, believe it or not, my first decent cigar of the new year. Kind of had some other old familiar ones going into on New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. I didn't really get to sit down and enjoy or finish a good cigar up until today. So I'm looking for. I'm glad I finally got to take some time to myself. As I evolve in this cigar evolution of mine, I think I'm gonna hone in and bite some styles I've seen a little bit, make them my own. I'll try this, make a little bit more of an opinion journey. You know, just my opinion. You know, I'm not trying to be an aficionado or anything like that. I just enjoy smoking cigars. So finding a better way to articulate myself to my fans that I have and people that the everyday guy that just enjoys cigars and trying to identify certain flavor profiles. So I'm gonna find a way of doing that. Maybe even try to rate my cigars with some of my own words. I'm not gonna use everybody else's like I rated a 10 or something like that. I'm gonna find something jazzy to kind of come up with for y'all as I keep my evolution going. Dope. Oh, that was a really nice peppery woodsy thing right there. So I'm gonna smoke this down, listen to some more music with no words, and kind of relax my evening out. I hope you all have enjoyed this brief little opinion and journey as I evolve with this particular cigar, this La Instructora Perfecto. Got it. If I see it again, I'll probably buy it again. I don't think it's like a 5-pack type worthy thing. But it was a good cigar. It was a good, decent cigar. So hope y'all enjoy the rest of the week. Hope the world's nice to you. Hope everything is jazzy for you. Y'all be good. Kiba.